Hi, it's me again with Corel tips and tricks. Yesterday I made two videos on something like this, and then I started thinking of another way that would be pretty cool to do something like that. I'm going to take an ellipse and I'm going to hit P, put them in the center of the page. I'm going to take a 2-point line. I'm going to hold down the control button so it's perpendicular. I'm going to go ahead and convert that line. Well, I'm going to make it thicker, make it a little bit thicker. And then I'm going to go to Object and convert the outline to an object. I'm going to go ahead and left click, right click, which I don't really have to do. I'm going to rotate it 7.5 degrees. And then I'm going to control D and I'm going to mirror it. So I have a 15-degree item there. Now I'm going to take this ellipse, I'm going to control D, and I'm going to bring it in to about there. I am going to shift, so I'm going to hold down the shift key and select both of them, two objects selected. I'm going to go to Effect and Blend, and I'm going to blend them 10 times. So I have these items in the middle. And what the object, the reason, if I just had these lines when I smart filled them, they would go all the way to the middle. So now I'm going to do every other one. And I can select these. Let me see what my nudge factor is. This circle's huge, so I'm going to select my nudge factor on 20. I'm going to select these and I'm going to nudge them out of the way. And then I'm going to keep this, but I'm going to nudge it out of the way. And then I'm going to nudge this back to the center. Now I'm going to take all these and I'm going to select them with the shape tool. And then I'm going to open up the Windows Dockers corners, just like I did the other day with the other ones, and hit apply. And maybe, well, that one didn't work because it's a little bit too much. So let's go back here, select them with the shape tool, select all the nodes, and let's go 0.1. Give them a little bit of a curve. That looks pretty good. Now, because we're working at the center of the page, Control G to group them, Control D to duplicate, Alternate C to have them rotate from the center, and I can rotate it that 15 degrees and keep going all the way around. And the space is because we made that an object. I'm not really terribly excited about the shape, but if we do this, I mean, that's pretty cool within itself. I'm going to group those together. I'm going to take another ellipse and I'm going to bring it into here. Maybe make it a little bit smaller. I'm going to hold down the shift key. I just want just over the top of that, but I really want both edges. This would be a good thing to set your nudge factor on like 0.1 and grab that ellipse. And then that way you can move it just ever so slightly, kind of where you want it. Now I'm going to select both these and I'm going to go intersect. The intersect is going to give me that shape. Kind of like a globe type deal. I'm not really excited about the shape. I wanted more of a circle type shape, but that'll work. Let's just let's redo this. Let's take this back, and if you remember, I kept it, and this is probably the reason I kept it. Whoop. I'm going to hit P, put it in the center of the page, and let's see if there's anything we can change. I can't really see anything we can change except for that last one. Let's tell you what, let's do this. Let's take this and delete it and take another ellipse, make it a little bit bigger and hit P. Grab both those again. So I'm going to hold down the shift key and grab that one. I still got my blend docker open. I'm going to blend it like, let's try 12 times and see if that's going to make any difference. That last one is the one that's going to give me a problem. You know, one thing we could do, let's try this. Let's try breaking the blend apart. And now let's grab all these and make them a thicker line. Maybe a little bit thicker. See, and this is one of those deals between 4 and 8. If you want 6, you just type in 6. Now take those and go to object. We can't convert them to a outline because they are a group. So I need to go to object group and ungroup all. And then if I select them, I can go to object, convert the outline to an object. And this time I'm not going to take away the, I'm not going to make them an outline, but you can see now that the blue does not go into that red line. If it was a hairline, I'm not going to do that last one. It would actually go into that line and wouldn't have any separation. So there's our separation. And that's one reason I always kind of keep instead of deleting, but I'm pretty sure I'm done. So I'm going to delete. Well, I got part of that. So let me go straight down here and delete all this. And then I really messed up because I don't know where the middle is because I nudged it so little. So I can move this over using the indexing line. That's why I normally change my nudge, but you want to get that in the center of the page. I'm going to actually zoom in to make sure it's there. And I need to nudge one more time. Now I'm going to go and turn these corners. I'm not really excited about that. Let me see if I can't go a little bit more of a corner. Yeah, that worked pretty good. Now I'm going to group these together, Control G, Control D, alternate C, and rotated that 15 degrees. And see, this way we've got more lines, more dashes, whatever you want to call them. Let's move this out of the way. Yeah, this is going to look quite a bit better. Let's group this together, Control G. Let's bring another ellipse in and just bring it over here. Let's hold down the shift key so it just grows from the inside. That's a little bit too small. That's too big. And then we can nudge that ever so slightly. Well, you know what? I'm going to make it a little bit bigger, holding down the shift key. Because I really want, and I'm going to try to get this one kind of in the middle. That's pretty good. And because this is a group, now I've got two objects and they'll intersect. Not really kind of what I was after. It's okay. But if you see, let's make it we can change it. Let's make it 8 inches. And then I'm going to take an 8-inch ellipse and make it 8 inches. And we'll just see what this looks like. I'm going to hold down the shift key, select both those and go EC, and that put that red in the center. But I need to grab the red, and I can see down here I've got red. So I've only got the line. Because I'm going to go to Effects and Lens, and I'm just going to try this. I don't know what it's going to look like. And I'm going to do a fisheye. That looks much better. Then I'm going to freeze it, or what they call frozen. And that look, well, the only thing I wish I would have done is had it more of it in the center. And, but that's the fisheye effect, kind of did that. You could also, let's, I don't think this will really help. I'm going to go up to Object, Group, and Ungroup and grab our red. Let me move this over here. And to put those in center, well, two things I could do. I could get rid of this, and I could just grab both those and hit P. It'll put it in the center of the page. But I need that white one. I'm going to go another lens effect called Magnify. Yeah, I could have just zoomed in and done that. But that's a pretty cool effect. I wish it was a little bit more evenly. Anyway, hope that gave you an idea or two, and thank you for watching.